Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Chizzle, and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, we will be reacting to 10 darkest secrets in the NBA. But before we get into it, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe.
NBA players been keeping secrets, so let's start with Joel Embiid's murder. Growing up in Cameroon, all he ever wanted was to earn his people's respect. But his basketball skills were never enough. Even though he had dreams of going pro, one day he realized he needed to do something that no other athlete had the balls to do.
What else about secret?
Let me find out. He a murderer. Murder on my mind. Whoa.
I had to go in the jungle to kill the lions. So I went into
a lion. I thought you were talking about like a person. If I killed the lion, like, I'll be alright. I wouldn't be traumatized. I thought you were talking like really like kill somebody. Like, I thought like real deal you was in the streets. You was really like that. You know what I'm saying? But you'll be alright.
To it out of line and he fell asleep, and then I just came and killed him. I carried the lion on my back to the village.
But, wait, you're 6?
Man, that's 5 or 6. Like, bro, you 5 or 6. Like, come on now. How?
6 years old, you kill a lion, you bring the lion back to the village.
Yep.
In my life, I've heard some crazy shit, but a lion? Really? This thing right here? When you were only 6? Man, at least he didn't break the law like Giannis. Cause growing up, he needed to commit crime just to survive. See, Giannis's parents were elite.
Well, I heard his family had to steal, I think, or like do something illegal.
So he didn't know if one day he'd come home and they'd be gone. His family struggled to find work. There was no money coming in. So Giannis and his brothers were starving. But the boys had faith that they'd find the family a way out. And eventually, they posted up on the corner and risked their lives.
They subsisted in the shadows of the economy.
We didn't have a lot of money, but we had a lot of happiness.
Peddling goods on the streets, just like these African migrants, hoping to make $25 or $30.
We used to sell glasses, watches, then we used to sell CDs, DVDs.
You must be a pretty good salesman.
I was the best.
Damn, man. Giannis not only never got caught, he saved the family and went on to become 100 millionaire freak of nature.
Only winning the championship, the MVP. That's crazy.
Dwight Howard had the same luck, because he's been surviving an addiction that almost killed him. At first, Dwight came to the league and...
Kids, don't do drugs. I don't know if he on drugs or was doing drugs, but I tell y'all this all the time. Don't do drugs.
Became the NBA's most dominant big man. When he joined LA, our boys started falling off. Like, everybody was wondering how he went from doing this to this. And in 2012, the world found out Dwight was hiding something. One day in the Lakers locker room, he went into a panic because his hands and feet were tingling so bad, he couldn't stop his legs from shaking. So he called up his nutritionist, and when she discovered his dangerous habit, even she was scared for his life.
So I just developed that like sweet tooth. As I got older, it just kept going. I just started to love Skittles, and all I wanted was...
This man, like, he making everything seem worse than what it is. This man talking about Skittles. I like Skittles.
Skittles. You know, I couldn't stop. Then I fell in love with honey bun. And I would eat like at least 4 or 5 of them a day, maybe more. Just heat them up and have some ice cold water with it. It was so good. And my routine one season was McDonald's before every game. I would get 2 double cheeseburgers, a large fry, a small fry, a strawberry chocolate milkshake, and a large Coke.
Yeah. Dwight was so addicted to junk food.
That's just a terrible diet. And the thing is, I've never seen Dwight Howard fat. Like, I mean, like, when you burning off calories and working out, I don't care what you're doing. You should not be eating like this at all. But since you an athlete, you know what I'm saying, you alright. You know what I'm saying?
Literally put a Skittles machine in his house. And not only that, dude was eating over 5,000 calories and 12 candy bars per day. But his nutritionist told him if he didn't stop, not only would his career be over, so would his life. And Dwight vowed to change before it was too late. But I don't know what's crazier, that or Kawhi's weirdest moment, because what he did at a restaurant went so viral, not even his ugly ass laugh can touch this story. Right after his 2014 championship, dude came in having his best season. But we all know Kawhi, man. Dude's a robot, so even that wasn't good enough.
Yeah, I heard, y'all know, man, people be saying players in the NBA are Mach 5 robots. Specifically Rashad Jamal and other people, they've been saying they're Mach 5 robots. I don't know. It could be true.
He started spending every day and night in the gym, and that's when his teammates got suspicious that maybe he wasn't human after all. So they put things to the test, inviting him to dinner. Cause even a 6'7", 225-pound beast has to eat sometime, right? Well, since Kawhi just signed a $90 million beast, has to eat sometime.
But that's just disrespectful, bro. You really about to feed me a pizza with extended penises on it? Like, what is this?
Right? Well, since Kawhi just signed a $90 million deal, they all decided to hit up one of San Antonio's most expensive restaurants. And you'd think Kawhi'd be trying to blow a bag, but after he looked at the menu, he wasn't really feeling it. And when the waiter came around to take orders, each of his teammates ordered something delicious. But Kawhi? He's built different. He whipped out a bag of fruit, started yelling apple time, and literally ate 12 of them with a fork and a knife. I mean, are we really surprised the dude who laughs like this does things like that? Well, at least Kawhi ain't like LeBron, living every day in fear. Cause after LeBron signed his Lakers contract,
12 apples, like, that's just too many apples. Like, no more than 2 apples. Like, I know you need nutrition, but 12 apples, that's just too many apples. Now you just doing the most.
he instantly had a target on his back. See, in 2018, LeBron bought a mansion in one of LA's most exclusive areas. And copping a crib with a home gym, movie theater, a pool in the back, anybody would be hyped. But LeBron should have done his research, because what he didn't know was he was being watched by a maniac. See, living in Los Angeles comes with two things: celebrity neighbors and haters. And one day when LeBron turned on the news, he got scared for his life. Because he saw other celebrities in his own neighborhood all became victims. And what's even scarier is, LeBron was at the top of the criminals list. But see, our boy's a billionaire, and he wasn't gonna let some weirdos in ski masks pull off a GTA heist. So he put 10 security guards on payroll to guard his house 24/7, because it was more than his life at risk. So cause the criminal organization knew he became untouchable, they started vandalizing his murals instead to send a warning. And it proved they weren't scared to ruin his dreams, like the NBA did to Jokic. Because coming into the 2014 draft, Jokic was ready to turn his dreams into reality. So at the Barclays Center, the picks came in one by one, and Jokic waited anxiously for his opportunity. Then, with the 41st pick, the Denver Nuggets were up, so Jokic could taste that it was his time.
Bro, Jokic is built like one of them people that be on Xbox that just talk reckless trash. Like, I heard Jokic used to drink soda all day, every day. He had a terrible diet. He looks like one of them toxic Xbox streamers, bro.
He waited on this moment for 19 years, and he was ready to get the crowd hyped. But as the pick came in, the NBA felt watching this was more important.
Two things you only dreamed would come together.
Oh, that reminds me.
Bro.
Dude, what? A $20 delivery fee? F that. But for real, if I was Jokic and the
I thought he was about to do some promotion, some advertisement.
NBA did me that bogus, I'd be more pissed than the time an NBA player almost got an ass whooping from his own coach. Who else but J.R. Smith, man? Back in 2018, the Cavaliers were filled with drama. And in February, they nearly traded away.
I swear J.R. Smith be stoned 24/7. He be smoking marijuana 24/7. His brain do not be functioning right. And he sold the game. He sold the series. He sold a whole championship ring. Wait, no. I don't know if they won this year. I don't know.
Their entire team, so pressure was at an all-time high. And luckily, when the Cavs went up against the Nets, they pulled off a must-needed win, where J.R. Smith, he went off. That night, he dropped an insane 4 points. Dude, seriously, 0 for 3? You had one job. So the next day, when JR showed up to practice, our boy came in just minding his business. But when the Cavs assistant coach saw him, he just had to clown dude. Because not only did JR play like ass, he wasn't subscribed to our channel. So that's where things got heated.
J.R. Smith served a 1-game suspension Thursday for throwing soup at Cavs assistant coach Jamin Jones.
For a long time,
Where did you get
I
soup from?
refused to talk about the soup incident, but it was the bowl plus the soup.
The bowl and the soup.
And it was the first bowl out of the pot, so it was hot as hell.
Oh, no!
Damn, bro. If someone threw a bowl of soup at me, we'd have to...
Oh, yeah, we strapping for sure. You running my ones. I don't care if you 6'8". You running my ones. And at that, it's hot. Just came out the stove, the pot. No.
Square up. But at least what JR did wasn't as embarrassing as Jason Tatum. Cause this man did something so stupid, it got him banned from his idol's crib. Like, you don't understand. Back in 2019, Tatum was on cloud 9. Cause not only was he turning into a superstar, he was offered the deal of a lifetime to become a face of Jordan Brand. And what was he gonna say? No? Dude dreamed about this since he was a kid. So after he signed the deal, they flew him overseas to not only promote their new shoes, he was about to come face
disgusting, bro. What are those?
They flew him overseas to not only promote their new
What are these? These are... Bro, no. This is not it. No.
shoes. He was about to come face to face with the GOAT, but that's where things got ugly.
I'm still nervous, right? So I walk in, MJ sitting down, his wife next to him, and Spike next to her. So I walk in, and I was like, I'm gonna go say what's up to him before I sit down. So I'm like, I talked to him earlier, like we had like a whole conversation, like I kind of know him. But then I walk over to him, and like my hand starts sweating. And I was like, what's up, Mike? And when I went to go shake his hand, I knocked over his wine glass on the table and it broke. And I was
I think he's gonna have to find a new idol, man. Hey, Tatum, bro, don't worry. We got room over here at Team LeBron. But hey, at least MJ didn't try to ruin Tatum's life like a deranged fan did to James.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I just said that. I'm sorry.
James Harden, because during a heated matchup between the Rockets and Jazz, Houston was down bad, so Harden was pissed. And to make the situation worse, they were playing in Utah, home of the NBA's craziest fans. And late in the third quarter, Harden lined up for a free throw to try and spark a comeback, but that's when a fan did him dirty.
They had a camera with a flash. I mean, really, James Harden, is it that big of a deal? You're about to throw an attempt to look like you're going to throw a ball?
Listen, man, getting a laser shined in your eyes is dangerous. Like, it takes less than a second to go blind. So Harden just doing his...
I mean, he probably thought it was a gun. I mean, he probably did it, but like, if a laser was pointed at me, I would think it's a gun. But at the same time, it's like when you get into an arena, you get checked out. You know what I'm saying? But still, whoever fan that was, you running my ones. And you running harder ones. You just doing too much at this point.
Job almost turned him into Stevie Wonder. But listen, my neighbors are knocking at my door because they're tired of... Turned him into Stevie Wonder. But
I remember when Flight said he was drinking blended up strawberry honey buns. Oh, no.
Listen, my neighbors are knocking at my door because they're tired of hearing me scream about NBA players. So we only got time for one more story. And I guarantee this changes how you look at Russell Westbrook forever. Because back in 2004, things were very different. Westbrook was just a 15-year-old basketball player. And he was lucky because he got to share the court with his best friend.
And I heard that his best friend passed away. Then he got a bracelet of him. And that's why he plays so aggressive and so angry. Because his best friend passed away.
Kelsey Bars. These two were putting their high
because he had fell off something, I think, and got a concussion.
School on the map. And let me tell you, man, these guys were inseparable. Because they made each other promise that when they graduated, they'd both play for UCLA and eventually play together in the NBA. So day and night, these boys practiced all over the city. Until...
In early May 2004, Coach Reggie Morris took Russell and Kelsey to Los Angeles Southwest College to play pickup games against some of the top players in the state.
Kelsey was the best player on the court even as a 10th grader. He was dominating college players. We had won like 4 or 5 games in a row.
And I remember Kelsey was playing maybe the best I've seen him play in a long time.
We went to go sit down over on the side, and he was laughing and joking with a couple of the young guys, and then he kind of collapsed. And then took one big gasp of air, and then he just fell back.
When I got to the hospital, that's when his dad pulled me to the side and told me that he had passed.
It turned out Kelsey had an unknown heart condition, and right in front of Westbrook, his heart stopped. And just like that, he was gone. Like, just imagine the pain Westbrook felt. These boys talked every day and had a dream. So, Westbrook knew there was only one thing he could do. He vowed to take his game to a never-before-seen level. For
Westbrook now, I guess all that motivation went out the window, because now, this man averaging 8 bricks per game, 3 air ball, I can't even speak right. Man over here averaging 3 air balls per game. You know what I'm saying?
Kelsey.
23, yeah, 23. I got shooters and they with me and they never miss.
Westbrook went from averaging 12 points a game to 25. So he got college offers from...
And he went from averaging a triple-double to averaging going 0 for 15. Like 11 turnovers.
Every big university, but he was only considering one scholarship because he knew Kelsey was watching over him, so he already made his decision. And that's where Westbrook played alongside other future NBA players and turned himself into an icon. So in 2008,
with the 4th pick in the 2008 NBA draft, the Seattle Supersonics select Russell Westbrook from UCLA.
Westbrook not only accomplished their dream of making the NBA, he quickly became one of the league's top players, but he never forgot where he came from or who helped him get here. Because one of the hardest things you can go through is losing a friend. And for Westbrook, it's something he'll never get over. But now when you see him setting records or getting triple doubles, just keep in mind, he ain't doing it for himself. Westbrook's trying to make his boy go down in history.
I want people to know that Kelsey could have been the best player in the country. Kelsey's always going to be a part of my life.
This man Westbrook,
one NBA player got a...
This man Westbrook averaging a triple-double off of turnovers, air balls, and bricks. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if y'all enjoyed this video, y'all already know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. But you don't have to. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But it's your boy Chizzle. And as always, kids, people in general, don't do drugs.